In your ideal country, what would the rules slash laws be on people getting abortions?
Everybody has the right to life. Life starts at conception.
And the punishment if you got an abortion?
Ideally. What do you think? When you take a life, an innocent life, should be murder.
This MAGA fanatic isn't satisfied with the Supreme Court's historic rollback of abortion rights. He wants to go even further, making abortion a capital crime. That means a lot more than just jailing women. It means making abortion patients and providers eligible for the death penalty.
It should be murder. You didn't say you should be murdered? Like, should the person get death penalty? Yes? You think people should get the death penalty for having an abortion?
You know what happens when, say for instance, a guy kicks a woman in the stomach? He gets a murder sentence in many states for the death of that child.
Okay.
That was a video shared by TikTok user Luke Beasley, and that MAGA wingnut is sharing a belief that is increasingly common on the right, that women who get abortions are legally murderers. That's true without exception for things like rape and incest, creating a legal nightmare where unborn fetuses have more rights than pregnant women. But that Trumper is right about one thing. In a growing number of states, fetal personhood laws are stacking the deck against women, and those oppressive laws are turning women who suffer miscarriages into unwitting criminals. 11 states now have fetal personhood laws, including Pennsylvania, because don't forget, the Pennsylvania legislature is controlled by some of the craziest Republicans in the country. In Arizona, courts stopped a fetal personhood law from taking effect because of the chaos that bill threatened to cause in emergency rooms. As it turns out, when doctors are at risk of a murder charge for assisting a miscarriage patient, getting medical care becomes really, really difficult. And the drumbeat of fetal personhood is picking up speed. In Louisiana, Republicans want to pass a law declaring that life begins at fertilization, not conception, meaning not only fetal personhood, but embryonic personhood as well. It also means Louisiana would lead the way in banning contraception and even fertility treatment. Louisiana's law also classifies abortion as murder. Republicans are starting to lose House elections because of their extreme anti-abortion position. Look at Sarah Palin's huge loss in Alaska, or Pat Ryan's upset victory in New York. But those losses aren't giving Republicans any second thoughts. Here's Missouri Representative Brian Seitz advocating the death penalty for abortion providers.
A serious issue when we're talking about what I would consider the murder of infant in the womb and the possible harm and possibly even causage of death. If they're using these drugs and these in an illegal manner, it could actually kill the woman. And I think that penalty is probably not even strict enough.
And so you'd even go as far as offering the death penalty as a solution?
We'll have to look at that in other legislation.
And here's the really scary thing. Republicans like Seitz don't want to limit their oppressive laws to just Missouri. Missouri Republicans are also considering a law that would make it a crime for women to leave the state to get an abortion in a state where it's legal. That would effectively ban abortion nationwide for any resident of Missouri. How is that legal? Because Missouri Republicans say it is. Fetal personhood laws used to be too extreme for mainstream Republicans. Well, now those mainstream Republicans have been driven out of the party, and what's left is a core of people best described as Christian nationalists. People who believe that the democratic process shouldn't stop them from doing what they think is right. And that includes jailing and even executing women for getting abortions. But Republicans are playing this dangerous game on borrowed time. More Americans than ever now support fully legal abortion, and new polling shows that number has spiked since the Supreme Court's decision. They know that when voters head to the polls in November, they're likely to be on the receiving end of some real pain, so they'll pass whatever they can as fast as they can. What's needed now is institutional support. Progressive organizations should be rallying financial and organizing resources to challenge these insane abortion bans in court. Every moment those decisions are tied up in the judicial system is a moment they're not ruining the lives of innocent women around the country. This is so much more than politics. This is a moral responsibility. One party has already abdicated its role in American leadership. Democrats cannot afford to do the same. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like and consider subscribing. And leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.